Hi, it's Mary Ellen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. We are back with part 2 of my reading journal setup for 2025. If you didn't see the first part, you can go back and watch that. It'll explain a little bit more about what I'm doing, but we're just going to jump right in, and I'll just show you quickly what we did in part 1. So this was the title page, and then 75 in 2025. And this was the other page with the book bingo, rating scale, and A to Z challenge. I did fill out the book bingo. Now we're going right into these two pages. So this is going to be my top 10 of 2025. At the end of the year, I look at all of my 5-star books and choose my favorites to go on this page. And I'll probably print little book jackets to go in here or just write in the titles. I don't know which yet. And then this page I also fill out at the end of the year. This is my 2025 stats. We have shortest book, longest book, most popular book, average rating, total books read, total pages read, number of DNF books, and most read month. However, I'm going to take out total pages read because I decided when I was filling out 2024, which I did after this, that I didn't need that anymore. I didn't like it because I didn't want to add them up. So we're going to take that out. I'll probably move all of this stuff up and decorate down here. I thought we would continue the theme of like the title page and do some of this. Those papers came from this paper book, and I think I got this at Journal Save. I'll try to find it for you and link it if I can. So I thought for this page what I could do, I picked 2 more papers out of that book. I thought I could like take this paper and sort of rip it a little bit and put it around the edges slightly. So let's do that first. So I'll just take little bits like this and glue them down. Actually, instead of the glue stick, because it's pretty big, I'm going to use a glue pen. So this is a Zig 2-way glue pen. This is really old. I've had this since probably 2018 or 2019, and it works really well. You can get in smaller spaces, which I like. I keep forgetting I have this and forgetting to use it. So we're going to go right into the middle and just glue it on the edge there. I'm going to take this, it says reflect, it's the definition, and it came from one of these little dictionary books, which are so useful. I really like those. And I'm just going to sort of put it over that and maybe cut that off. I had left this space open because I was going to write something in it, and I sort of decided not to do that. I think I'll mix and match the paper on both sides. So this one will go where the clip is, actually. A little bit down here. Maybe I need another piece of this like right here or something. Maybe even the other side of that? No. So let's just take a random definition. Let's do one I don't like very much because it's only going to be a piece of it. It's only going to be like, you know, like that. Let's use the word smart. So I also have this washi tape here that since I used it on the name page, I thought maybe I would sort of continue that look. So we could put some bits in between, I guess. I don't know how that would look, but like little random pieces here and there. I don't know. Maybe that ruins it. I'm not sure, but we'll try it. We can always take it off. It is washi tape, so it's not a big deal. I'm not used to putting things down in books like this, and like it looks like I did the crease wrong. I moved it over too much, so I might have to recut that. If you have tips on that, let me know, because I'm going to be doing some creative / junk journaling this year, and so I need to know how to do that. Of course, I can look that up, but I feel like I should have just done this whole thing as a voiceover. I just prefer the talk through videos. I don't know. Like, I'd rather watch the talk through videos, and I'd rather make them. Let me know if you guys would rather see a voiceover video or like a music one. Then I could do that. Okay, I don't know how I feel about the washi tape. We're going to leave it there for now. Let's move on. Well, actually, let's color this in. I'm going to move this over a little bit. It's like too much to the right. Okay. I'm going to outline these, I guess with the 𝘠𝘗 0.38, which is what I've been using for this writing, because I used that there. So I think that makes sense. Let me get 𝘠𝘗. These books definitely aren't like super realistic artwork or anything, but they're just like a fun little doodle, and they're all kind of wobbly and different, and that's okay. I thought I'd do like one side would be either the book jacket picture or the title, and the other one would be the author. Setting up a reading journal for the year definitely takes some time, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty intimidating, but it's totally worth it when it's done. Like you just get such a good feeling of having it be all set up and that you like accomplished that, you know. And then during the year, it's just so nice that it's all ready to go for you. I'm definitely somebody who gets really overwhelmed by setting up planners and journals and stuff, and I find this to be sort of relaxing and fun. For me, it's a little different because I film it, and I feel like it's a little more stressful. I think if I was doing this, you know, just sitting on my couch watching TV or listening to a podcast or something on my own, I think that I would probably be a little bit, it would be more relaxing, you know. I also really like to show my process on YouTube, so for me, it's worth it. And I hope like you get some ideas for your journals, because I don't know about you, but I love watching reading journal videos. I think they're so relaxing and just really fun to watch. Mine is probably different than most that you've seen because mine isn't like super aesthetic as far as the background, you know. I don't know. I'm a little more realistic here on my channel. I don't, like, I would love to be one of those little journal girlies who have like the super aesthetic desk with the candle. I tried that, I think last year for this, and I was like, no, I can't take it. So I'm more of like a messy journalist, I guess. I don't know. Okay. This is really bugging me, so I think I'm going to cut it more. And hopefully I don't mess it up. I think that's better. It is sticking up a little, but I'll fix that later. Okay. That's a cute page. Let's move on to this page. Write our 2025 stats at the top. I tried stamping on the title page or the year page. I am not going to do it for the rest of it. It's just not for me, I think. Let's take a thinner pen and just write these in. A lot of these come right from Goodreads, like your year-end wrap-up. Although I'm thinking about switching from Goodreads to Storygraph this year, but I don't know. I'm a creature of habit too. I don't particularly love Goodreads and the way it's set up. I probably should have put total books read at the top, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. Down here, this said most read month, so I am going to do most read month and least read month, because I remember when I set this up, I actually ran out of room, so I like that I have that extra space. I find that particular statistic like really interesting, because I like to know like what went on in my life during that month that allowed me to read more, and what was like preventing me from reading on other months. I don't know. I find that interesting. This probably could have been half a page because it's not like these are long answers. So what I could do is like put decoration under it, like some washi or paper or something. Let's do actually some lines. Let's write some lines with the pens that I've been using. This one is a good color combo for this, I think, and we can maybe do like this green. Would that match? I'm gonna do the outside probably in this pen. I don't know, let's use this. to test these out. So that's like a peachy, light, really light peach color. I also have this yellow. That might work. I know that's really bright, but I feel like those three colors might work for here. I couldn't find a pen like that matched this teal color, like a light teal, and that was annoying to me, but it's okay. Okay, yeah, let's use those three colors. And we will just, we'll put a line under each one for the answer. Now I'm going to erase this line around the outside and come in with this color and fill it in. I feel like I want to go over that color again just to make it a little bit darker. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. Let's try it on this bottom part because I think I'm going to put paper over this. I mean, I think that's good. It's not like super dark, so I think that works. Instead of drawing these sparkles at the top, I think what I'll do is take this washi tape, which I used on the year page, and put it up here, like kind of just a little bit on each side. We'll do 5 stars on each side, like 5-star reads. Okay, now we can go around the outside with a pen to outline it in a very doodly fashion. It's not going to be straight, and I prefer it that way. Kind of messed up right there. I'll go in with a white pen later after that dries and fix that. Okay, I do want to put a little bit of paper down here, I think. We do have these spaces in between, but I think I'll probably leave those alone. I mean, I could put washi tape in there on each one, but I think it's just going to be too cluttered looking, and I don't really want that. So let's use this paper, I guess. And maybe we take another one of these and put it somewhere over here. We could put a little paper up here too, actually, but let's find a good one. I have all of the letters, so I can go into another book if I want. Let's take this word happy because reading makes me happy. Maybe we get a little more paper for right there. Okay, that's cute. I think that's good for these 2 pages. Let's move on to the next one. This is my book bracket. This is how I decide my book of the year. So every month I pick my favorite book that I've read that month and I write it in there, and then I choose between, January and February, which was my favorite. I put it here, and I continue until I have 2 books for the year, and then we pick my favorite book of the year. Last year, my favorite book of the year was The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and who knows what it's going to be this year, but it's fun finding out. First things first, I'm going to go in and trace all of this. It's going to take a little while, so we'll speed this up.
I wish I could see the future. I wish I could see what's left. I know there must be an answer, or am I wasting what is left? And there is such thing as a vision of a story I'd like to live. But when you're stuck inside a prison, you never know how long to give.
Okay, I finished tracing that. Now I'm going to do the outside. I'm trying to decide on the color. I think I am going to continue with this paper look on this page too. I don't know if I'm going to do it on all like the book pages or not, but I think it would be fun to do it here since this is like a specialty page and we have all this area down at the bottom. So maybe we just take like this and make a little mountain. I could actually do both papers down here. I'm going to take the word choose because I'm choosing my book of the year. Okay, now I think I can take a little bit of that washi tape too and put it over this. Now I'm going to go around the outside like I did on the other pages. I'm trying to decide what color to make it. Maybe pink. And I'm going to color in the sparkles with the yellow. And we'll outline the outside here. I think that's a really adorable page. I'm going to erase these lines later. We'll move on to the guts of my reading journal, which is the monthly pages. For these pages, every month I print out a book jacket online. I copy them off Amazon, size them down in Google Docs, and print them onto sticker paper. I make the lines here as a guide. I started doing it in pen and realized that was a bad idea. So I switched to pencil. That way I can erase the ones that I don't use. Although I didn't erase them, but I can go back and do that if I want to. These pages are going to be pretty plain. Same deal. We're going to have like the outside part be color. I'm just going to alternate the colors, I guess, for each month. I have enough space for 8 books. If I go past the 8 books, I can modify it. And that's the main reason for these pencil lines, is that I'm not stuck to it. So if I read a whole lot of books in January, say I read 10, I can fit one more on each of these lines. So I could do like 4, 4, and 2. That way I can fit more in. Last year I did like a little box for my favorite read. This year I only have this area here because I wanted to try to put 8 spaces in for books for the month in case I read 8 books, because this one only had 7 and I had to smush some. If I don't read all 8 books, it might look a little bit blank, but I'd rather have more room than less room. So we are going to write the month here. I purposely did not center it because it's easier to, start it at one point and not worry about centering it. So that's why it's not centered. I thought it was kind of a good look anyway. I didn't sketch out all of these months because I didn't want to have to erase them all, but I just started doing like this so that I knew where the lines were going to go. And then the other pages I didn't even draw yet, so I think once you do a couple, you get used to where everything goes. So it's all right. I'm going to take my little desk vacuum and vacuum up some of these eraser goblins because they're all over the place. I need to find that eraser that doesn't do that. This thing is great. I got it from my daughter Allie a few years ago for Christmas, and I love using it. I will link, I don't think I can find this exact one, but they have these on Amazon. I'll link them for you so you can maybe get one of your own if you wish. We have to decide on a color for January, and for me, January is blue. So I'm going to be using the blue, the pink, the yellow, the peach, and the green. Most of these are Tombows. This one is an Archer & Olive calligraph pen. They're all brush pens. I'm just going to alternate them depending on like the color that I think the month is most like. So we're going to start with blue for January because that makes sense to me. February will be pink because that makes sense to me. And then we'll kind of keep alternating them after that. I did this one wrong. I did it over too far. I erased the lines too much and then I didn't see them. Darn it. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to do the same thing in February, bring it all the way over, I guess. I don't know. Oh well, not a big deal. I mean, kind of a big deal, but I'll get over it. Underneath favorite, I'm going to use some of this star tape. My favorite for the month might not necessarily be a 5-star book. It could be a 4-star. It could even be a 3-star. Hopefully it's not a 2-star or 1-star because that would be a really bad reading month, but I just think it adds a little touch to it. I don't know that I need to write the pencil lines in for every single book for the month. I wanted to do it as a guide for January, but I think what I'll do is maybe do the first 3. And that way, because at the end of the year, as you can see, I ended up with a lot that I have to erase if I remember to do so. But here, it will just be blank if I don't read, all of them for February. And I can kind of use these as a guide to where I can put the book jackets, you know, I don't think I'll mess up. So the left side of the page might be more of a guide, and then the right side I can kind of follow along here. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I don't think I'm going to do all of the pencil marks every single time. So I'm just going to take a moment, do all of these pages, and then we will come back and just chat at the end, and I'll just go over a couple more things with you. Okay, I'm finally finished setting it up. That was such a process. I will say that took me a really long time. It took me pretty much my whole Saturday afternoon, but totally worth it. I'm so happy to have this set up. So I'm just going to flip through it really quick for you. The title page, my bookshelf. Book bingo, I added a border around it, but I made a mistake of doing dashes and I didn't like it. So then I went over it and now it looks weird. But it's not, I mean, it's not so bad. It's just different. It's unique. Yeah, so book bingo, rating scale A to Z challenge. My top books of 2025. I wonder if I should underline that. Let's actually do a little sparkle like all the other ones have. We'll color that in yellow. So yeah, my top books of 2025. My 2025 stats. I had some trouble cutting this paper. I have to go back in and try to like clean it up a little bit. I think I cut the page maybe. I need to get a little cutting mat to put under it so I can use my X-Acto because scissors are not working for me. Here's my book bracket. And then all of the pages I finished. And they're all just different colors of the same color palette. And that's it. That's all set up now. Very, very excited. I need to go back and work on some of these favorite author pages that I have back here and put headers on these and stuff. But other than that, we are good to go for 2025. I'm so excited and I can't wait to read a lot this year and share my books with you. Last year I did about quarterly updates. I may do it more frequently this year. I don't know. It just depends on the interest from you guys. So I guess we'll wait and see. I just wanted to show you that I went back in after this video and I added in a couple of things. I added in these lines and I did like the opposite color on each side. And I just think it gives it a little something different. And then I put Kindle, audio, and total down at the bottom because in 2024, when I was counting up at the end of the year, I had to like write at the top the number of books each month. And I thought it was helpful to like have that. And I also really like to know which ones did I read on Kindle, how many audiobooks I read. And I really should have put that in the stats. But now that I already finished that page, I kind of don't want to cluster. I kind of don't want to clutter it up with that. So I might add it like at the end of the year, but I wanted these totals each month just so I could, you know, see my progress and see what I was doing. So just thought I would come back on and show that to you before the video ended, if you're still here. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.